funding was a limitation. But I knew that by being educated and going beyond what my parents have accomplished, I would have more possibilities to be successful, not only academically, but professionally and personally.
I never knew, my parents weren't able to help, so it was trying to keep the grades up so that I could qualify myself for financial aid or for scholarships without having to sacrifice the GPA. That was a big challenge. And then just everything was brand new.
It was a very challenging process because I had no guidance, and I thought, well, even if I would talk to my parents, they would know how to advise me as to how to navigate the higher education system.
My family was very supportive, and yet I think lost at the same time. They didn't know where exactly to send me, or when I had questions, where exactly to go.
It felt frantic, you know, it felt frantic and a little bit scary because I really didn't have a frame of reference for it. It was all very kind of foreign to me. And so it was difficult kind of under those circumstances. You know, I was 18 years old, I'm in a new kind of place, new people, and I'm already a little self-conscious and shy because of those things. And then to have that kind of extra layer of uncertainty put on top of it, it was tough. It was tough. You know, it was hard to find the courage sometimes to speak up and just say, I don't know what to do here.
Kind of the most important skill to have is to not be afraid to ask for help and know that other people don't know everything either. And so if you ask and they don't know, then you can look for things together. And if they do know, then that's great.
Once you are on campus, I think it's important to be able to understand how the system works. Once you understand how the system works, you are able to navigate successfully because you will identify the resources available for you. If you are struggling with the classes, you may resort to those resources and utilize them, like, for example, tutoring services, academic advising and support as well.
I made a lot of bad financial decisions in terms of taking out way too many student loans that I didn't really need, but they were offered to me and I didn't, know. So using a lot of financial aid that maybe I didn't need to use, not necessarily knowing that I could apply for, scholarships that would have been helpful as well.
I had no idea that first generation students get certain scholarships or have certain benefits that they could take advantage of. And that would have been so incredibly helpful.
We cannot just know everything. We need to find out how the system works, and then also to know exactly how we can, if we are struggling with a class, for example, with a specific topic, there are many resources on campus. So identify those support systems and seek them out and go there and get some additional tutoring, for example, and advising and counseling.
If you have a question, ask. There's never a time where your question is going to be considered silly, or if it's in your head and you want to know what the answer is, ask. And don't be afraid to ask 100 questions. I mean, I have students all the time who say, oh, I'm sorry, I've just got one more question, or parents who are like, oh, you're gonna be sick of me by the time we're done with this meeting. It's like, no, I mean, that's why we're here.
It's about fortitude and sticking with it. I mean, the first semester is always the hardest, and I tell them, give yourself a little grace that first semester. Your grades may not have been what made your parents proud or refrigerator worthy, but that was your first semester. You have so many more skills now that you know how to use your resources like tutoring and our office to just coming in for an encouragement. A lot of times students tell us that they're afraid to come to our office, and I try to tell them, this is the last place that you should be afraid of. We're here to help you.
As staff members here, it's our jobs to help, and we all have been there. We all kind of anticipate that mindset. So in the grand scheme of things, it's all good. It's all good.